Afternoon, Maura packed her belongings into her car, including clothing, textbooks, and personal items. She left her dorm and drove north, ultimately ending up on Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire, a remote and snowy stretch of road. At approximately 7:30 p.m., Maura's car skidded off the road and hit a snowbank. A local resident heard on the cold evening of February 9th, 2004, 21-year-old Maura Murray vanished without a trace on a rural road in New Hampshire. Her case remains one of the most perplexing mysteries in American true crime history, sparking endless speculations and theories. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, hit the bell notification and never miss out on content just like this. Maura, a nursing student at the University of Massachusetts, had been experiencing personal difficulties in the weeks leading up to her disappearance. On the morning of February 9th, she emailed her professors claiming a family emergency and stating she had been absent from a class for a week. No such emergency existed. That afternoon, Maura packed her belongings into her car, including clothing, textbooks, and personal items. She left her dorm and drove north, ultimately ending up on Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire, a remote and snowy stretch of road. At approximately 7:30 p.m., Maura's car skidded off the road and hit a snowbank. A local resident heard the crash and saw Maura standing outside her car. The man offered assistance, but Maura declined, stating she had already called for help. However, call service in the area was spotty, and there's no evidence Maura made any calls. The man left and had called the police himself. When officers arrived at the scene approximately 10 minutes later, Maura was gone. Her car was locked and her belongings, including her wallet and ID, were still inside. The only notable clue was a box of wine and evidence of a spilled drink, possibly indicating Maura had been drinking. There was no footprints leading into the woods, no signs of struggle, and no indication of where she went. In the 20 years since her disappearance, there have been many theories of what happened to Maura. Some believe she staged her disappearance intentionally, seeking to escape her life and start a new one. Others think she was a victim of foul play after leaving the crash site. Others have also considered the possibility that Maura became lost in the wilderness and succumbed to the elements. Despite extensive searches, no trace of Maura has ever been found. Detectives and private investigators have spent years combining through evidence, but the case remains unsolved. Her family continues to fight for answers, holding vigils and raising awareness about her disappearance. Maura Murray's case has been a hallmark of the internet sleuthing and a true crime intrigue, captivating those drawn to its eerie details and lack of resolution. To this day, the question remains, what happened to Maura Murray? Much like the case of Maura Murray, the disappearance of Lars Matank is another baffling mystery that leaves more questions than answers. Lars Matank was a young man from Wilhelmshaven, Germany. In June 2014, he went on a vacation with friends to the seaside resort of Golden Sands in Bulgaria. The trip was uneventful until the final days when things took a strange turn. On July 6, 2014, Lars was involved in a minor altercation at a bar over a disagreement about a football team. He sustained an injury to his ear and sought medical attention for a ruptured eardrum. A doctor advised him not to fly home with his friends due to the risk of pressure changes worsening the injury. He was prescribed an antibiotic and chose to stay in Bulgaria to recover. Lars's friends returned to Germany, leaving him alone. Over the next few days, his behavior became increasingly erratic. Lars checked into a cheap motel near Varna Airport, but his actions there raised concerns. He called his mother and told her he felt unsafe. He claimed that people were following him and trying to kill him. Although no evidence of this was found, he also asked her to cancel his bank cards. During this time, Lars was seen pacing in the hotel lobby, hiding in the elevator, and leaving the hotel late at night, only to return hours later. Hotel staff reported that he was acting nervously and seemed paranoid, but there were no signs of actual threats. On July 8, 2014, Lars decided to fly back to Germany despite his doctor's earlier advice. At Varna Airport, his behavior escalated further. Lars visited the airport doctor for clearance to fly. During the consultation, he reportedly panicked when a construction worker entered the room. He mumbled something about not wanting to die and abruptly fled the clinic. Security cameras captured Lars sprinting out of the airport, leaving behind all his belongings, including his luggage, wallet, and passport. Witnesses saw Lars running into a nearby field and disappearing into the wooded area. Despite extensive searches and investigations, no trace of him was ever found. Lars's disappearance has sparked numerous theories. Some believe that his erratic behavior was due to a reaction to the antibiotic that he was taking. While this is rare, psychosis has been known to be a side effect. Another theory suggests that Lars may have unknowingly ingested drugs, leading to paranoia and fear. Given his claims of being followed, some speculate he was targeted by criminals. Although no evidence supports this, a less likely theory may be that Lars chose to disappear and start a new life. The disappearance of Lars Matank remains one of the most perplexing unsolved cases. His family continues to search for answers, and his case has been widely discussed in the true crime circles, documentaries, and online forums. The haunting CCTV footage of Lars fleeing the airport is often cited as one of the eeriest moments in true crime history, symbolizing his inexplicable vanishing. To this day, we are still asking what happened to Laura Murray and what happened to Lars Matank. In 1961, a seemingly ordinary couple embarked on a drive that would change their lives forever and ignite one of the most compelling mysteries in UFO history. This is the story of Betty and Barney Hill, the first widely publicized alien abduction case in modern history. Betty and Barney Hill were a couple living in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Barney, a postal worker, and Betty, a social worker, were known to be rational and upstanding citizens. But on the night of September 19, 1961, their lives took a turn into the extraordinary. The Hills were returning home from a vacation in Canada, driving through the White Mountains of New Hampshire. At around 10:30 p.m., Betty noticed a bright light in the sky. At first, she thought it was a star or a planet, but as they drove, the light seemed to follow them. What makes this case so fascinating is the consistency of their accounts. Both Betty and Barney described the object as large, silent craft with multicolored lights. It moved erratically, unlike any known aircraft at the time. Barney, skeptical at first, pulled over to get a better look. Through binoculars, he claimed to see a large, pancake-shaped craft with windows. He saw humanoid figures staring back at him. Terrified, he ran back to the car shouting, "They're going to capture us." The next thing the Hills remembered was hearing the series of beeping sounds and finding themselves 35 miles down the road. With no memory of how they got there, 2 hours of their journey was unaccounted for. The concept of missing time is a common theme in alleged abduction cases. It suggests that the mind may block out traumatic or inexplicable events as a defense mechanism. Over the next few days, Betty began having vivid nightmares. She dreamt of being taken aboard the craft and examined by strange beings. She even drew detailed sketches of the aliens, which would later become iconic in UFO lore. Disturbed by their experience, the Hills sought help from Dr. Benjamin Simon, a prominent psychiatrist. Under hypnosis, both Betty and Barney recounted strikingly similar stories of being taken aboard the craft and subjected to medical examinations. Barney said the beings had large, warp-rounded eyes, grayish skin, and wore uniforms. They communicated with me telepathically, telling me not to be afraid. And Betty had said they took samples from my skin, hair, and nails. One of them showed me a star map, pointing to where they came from. Betty's description of the star map was later analyzed by astronomers. Some believe it matched the Zeta Reticuli star system, though this remains controversial. The Hills story made headlines around the world, sparking both fascination and skepticism. While some dismissed it as a hoax or a case of shared delusion, others saw it as undeniable proof of extraterrestrial life. What sets the Hills case apart is the credibility of the witnesses. They were not seeking fame or profit. In fact, their lives were turned upside down by the publicity. Betty and Barney Hill never wavered in their account. They became reluctant celebrities in the UFO community, and their story inspired countless books, documentaries, and even a made-for-TV movie. To this day, the Betty and Barney Hill abduction remains one of the most well-documented and puzzling cases in UFO history. Were they the victims of an otherworldly encounter, or was it a case of misidentified phenomenon? The truth may be out there, but for now, the mystery endures. If you think the Betty and Barney Hill was a hoax for fame, please comment 3 money signs. If you think they were telling the truth, comment 3 alien heads. Let's see what the majority of people think. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on new content when it comes out.
Cassie Jo Stoddard was a 16-year-old high school student from Pocatello, Idaho, who was tragically murdered on September 22, 2006, in a brutal and premeditated attack by her 2 classmates, Brian Draper and Tori Adamsick. On the night of September 22, 2006, Cassie was house-sitting for her aunt and uncle. The family was out of town and had hired Cassie to house sit for the weekend. She was visited that evening by her boyfriend Matt Beckham, who arrived around 6 p.m. Later, classmates Brian Draper and Tori Adamsick, who were both age 16 at the time, came over to the house to hang out. Cassie gave the friends a tour of the house, including the basement. The 4 teens went into the living room to watch a movie, but Tori and Brian ended up leaving before the film ended, saying they were going to a movie theater instead. Cassie was unaware that before the boys left, Brian had unlocked the basement door so that he and Tori could re-enter the house undetected. Sometime after leaving the house, Brian and Tori returned to the neighborhood, parked down the street, got out of their car, and put on costumes consisting of dark clothing, gloves, and white painted masks. The boys quietly entered the house through the basement door while Cassie and Matt were watching TV in the living room. They intentionally made loud noises in an unsuccessful attempt to lure Cassie and Matt downstairs. They found the circuit breaker and turned off the power in the house, hoping the pair would come downstairs to check the breaker. Cassie became uneasy after the temporary power outage, and Matt noticed that one of the dogs kept staring down the basement stairs, periodically barking or growling. Seeing that Cassie felt scared, Matt called his mother to ask if he could stay the night, but she denied his request. Instead, she offered to let Cassie stay the night at their home. Cassie declined and said she felt it was her responsibility to stay at the house. At approximately 10:30 p.m., Matt's mother picked him up, leaving Cassie at the house alone. When he arrived home, Matt called Tori's cell phone to see where the pair were at to possibly meet up with them later. He said he could barely hear Tori, who was whispering on the phone, and assumed the boys were in the movie theater. From the basement, Brian and Tori heard Matt leave. The teens turned the lights out again and waited, hoping Cassie would come downstairs to turn the lights back on. Eventually, the boys went upstairs. Brian was armed with a dagger-type weapon, and Tori had a hunting knife. Brian opened and slammed a closet door at the top of the stairs to scare Cassie, who was lying on the couch in the living room. The boys then attacked Cassie, stabbing her approximately 30 times. Her body was discovered 2 days later when her relatives returned home from their trip. In the beginning of the investigation, attention turned to Cassie's boyfriend, as he had been the last known person to see Cassie alive. Matt confirmed to police that the lights had been flickering on and off while he was present at the home. His mother explained to police that she heard Cassie's voice from the house as Matt came out the front door. After he was cleared by a polygraph test and consistent alibi, detectives brought in Brian and Tori for further questioning. The boys told police that after they left the residence, they went downtown to watch a movie. The teens couldn't recount any details from the movie, leading detectives to press harder to determine their whereabouts. Then they changed their story, claiming they went through people's cars in the area and had not been to the movie theater. After intense questioning, Brian eventually confessed to police but downplayed his role in the crime. Brian and Tori were arrested on September 27, 2006 and charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Across multiple interrogations, each teen blamed the other. Brian claimed he was in the same room with Tori when Cassie was killed, but denied stabbing her. In a later interrogation, he admitted to stabbing her only under fear of Tori, who told him to make sure she is dead. He led investigators to Black Rock Canyon, where the teens had partially burned and then buried the clothing, masks, and weapons they used for the murder. Police recovered a partially burned VHS tape from the location, which after restoration showed video footage of their plans to kill Cassie. At trial, the prosecution revealed that the two teens were inspired by the Scream horror film franchise. Both teens were convicted of first-degree murder. Each received a mandatory sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. The murder of Cassie Jo's daughter remains one of the most chilling examples of premeditated violence among teenagers. Her death was the result of a senseless and cruel desire for notoriety, driven by two individuals who saw murder as a form of entertainment. Her family and loved ones continue to honor her memory, ensuring that she is remembered not as a victim, but as a bright and kind young woman whose life mattered. If you want more content like this, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to hit that bell notification to receive the latest video when it comes out.
Officers responded to a report of a physical altercation between two individuals at 7-Eleven on July 21st, 2023. This is the body cam footage.
What is going on, man?
He came in to get a DoorDash order and he said this was closed and then
Who are you?
I'm gone.
Get off of her, bro. Get off of her. What are you doing?
He punched me twice in my head.
What are are you doing?
You can arrest me. I work here.
What are you doing?
Store is closed.
I'm Uber Eats. I'm trying to show him. He wasn't in the front to tell me.
You okay?
He punched me in my head with the machine.
All right, let me figure out what's going on, okay? Give me a second. Hey, man, let me talk to you real quick. So what is happening? Why did you feel the need to do this?
I work here.
I don't care if you work here.
All right,
So explain to me
There's
why did you feel the need?
Yesterday, we're receiving the McLean truck. The store is closed. Nobody's allowed in the store until the truck leaves.
Okay, I understand that the store was closed.
All right, sir.
But why? Listen to me. Listen to me. Answer my questions. Why did you feel the need?
The store was closed and she was in the store. Nobody's allowed in the store until that McLean truck leaves.
So the store is closed. No one's allowed in. So you kept her in the
I
store?
didn't keep her in the store.
You were on top of her.
Bruh, you watch the camera.
You were on. When I got here, I saw you on top of her. I don't care that you work here.
You want me to clock out, then you arrest me,
I
sir?
don't care what you do.
Yeah,
Explain to me why is it that you felt the need.
Our scanner's right here, sir. If you go in there.
I'm trying. You're not answering my questions.
Explain to
me.
911 during the emergency.
Okay, so was the procedure to jump on top of somebody?
Watch the camera.
So explain to me, why did you feel the need to keep her inside the store? What are you showing me?
My father's state ID. 911 from our office store. You're at 10-0025 South Orange Avenue.
Okay, you're not answering my question.
Sir, do your job and let me
okay, so answer my questions then. I'm trying to do my job. Why did you feel the need to be on top of this woman?
That's when you do this, y'all.
Hey, don't walk away from me. I'm trying to talk to you.
He punched me in my head twice. Sir, I have a knot.
You want me to call you an ambulance? You need me to call you an ambulance? Kilo 33. Can I have FDB 51, please?
I'm here for Uber Eats. Sir, he wasn't in the front of the door.
Could you explain to me what happened?
I came in. I'm parked on the side. My boyfriend's a paraplegic. He's in the car right now.
I got a female with a head injury.
And I walked in. I didn't park in between. There was 2 trucks here. Not all 7-Eleven closed when they're shipping. I walked in. He was not there. The freaking guy, Josh, he's gonna be like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't know if he's scared. But he was taking the order. I have an Uber Eats order.
Okay,
so he was doing it, and the guy came from behind me, and he was like, ma'am, you're not supposed to be in here. Da-da-da. I don't know. And he starts locking the door, and he's like, I'm gonna punch you.
Okay, alright, so try to calm down. Let's start from the beginning. So you had an Uber Eats order.
Yes, I walked in. Nobody was there. If he would have told me the store is closed, I would have canceled it. It's not that serious.
So you were able to walk in?
Yes, that door, the left door that we're looking at on our left was open, sir. I came, I spoke with Josh. He asked me, what was the name? I told him the name. He asked me, he was like, okay, well, my system's a little messed up. Can you read me the order? I told him the beef menus. He said, okay, I got it. Now I know which order. He started doing that. This guy's yelling at somebody, a man outside. Then he comes in, and he's like, ma'am, you can't be in here. So I'm telling him, like, you can't talk to people like that, because he's coming off very hostile. And I'm telling him, I'm here with Uber Eats, and Josh is telling her, but she had the order. But nobody can be in here, and that's when he starts freaking out. He starts locking me. Put the phone down, I'm knocking. Put the phone down and punch you. And we're in this aisle with the yellow bag of chips right there. And he hits me with one of the scanners in his hand. And then he sits on me the whole time there. And I'm telling him, I can't breathe because I really couldn't breathe, bro.
Alright, do you want to press charges?
Yes.
Alright, do me a favor. Wait for me outside.
Can I go to my car? It's the 12.
Yeah, that's fine. Wait for me outside. My partner's on his way, alright?
Okay.
Alright?
Thank you.
What's his name? I couldn't get it.
Can you crack it so I can talk to you?
What is that?
The ID that I work here, sir.
Okay.
I'm doing my job on McLean truck. Get on the ground, Orlando police! Get on the ground! Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. Stop persisting. Stop persisting. Stop persisting. Get your hand behind your back.
Stand up. Get up.
Yes, sir. You got my work hat?
Alright, I'll get you in work hat.
Work, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Know how to walk?
My car's right here.
K9 can assist on emergency north. K9 can assist on emergency north.
Spread your feet. Spread your feet.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When we tell you to open the door, open the
I have to go by 7-Eleven guidelines, sir. I know Orlando.
Don't give me any of that shit.
Yes, sir.
You have anything on you that's gonna poke me, stab me, or do anything?
No, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Shut up.
Republic.
Shut up.
Stand.
Switch with me. You good? Sit down.
Yes, sir.
Tuck in. Let's go. Hey, boss. Do you have access to the cameras?
I do not. Personally, my boss is trying to get a hold of me. Let me in a second.
Yeah. If he does he have access?
My boss?
Yeah.
He should.
Can we get on the phone, see if he can come? So
Hey, Ron.
I can talk to him if you want.
A whole bunch of craziness. Basically, Kareem tried to tell a customer. Sorry, I got the shakes and I get the nervous jitters around cops. A customer had come in for a DoorDash and Kareem was telling me, God damn it, man. Breath, Josh. Customers were coming in, he was trying to tell them the store was closed, and he had an altercation with a customer, more or less. And we called the police, and then they ended up coming up here. If you want to talk to him for a minute, because they want the cameras. You want to talk to him real fast?
Okay.
No, the cop.
That's okay.
You're on speaker.
Hey, sir, how you doing? It's Officer Mendez with the Atlanta Police Department.
Hey, how are you?
Good. So my question to you is, so we have a little bit of situation, as your employee said. We're just trying to get access to the cameras to see what happened. Is there any way you can come and we can review the camera footage?
Unfortunately, that camera system is not working since yesterday.
Okay.
Only one camera is working out of it. I just noticed that yesterday when I was going through the cameras, because I wanted to take a look at it something, and entire system is not recording anything for some reason.
Okay, so there's nothing recorded for today.
Since actually day before yesterday, there is nothing recorded in there.
Okay.
I already called the guy to come and fix it, but he hasn't been up there yet. So only one camera is working, which is actually facing the door, and that's about it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
What was the situation?
So we're still trying to figure out, but from our understanding is that your employee battered one of the hit one of the customers and was preventing them from leaving. So right now, and then so when we try to talk to your employee, he wasn't compliant and he basically locked himself in a door.
Okay.
So that's where we're at right now. That's all I can say right now. But thanks for your help.
No, but is he still there or he left?
Who, your employee? He's gonna be going with us.
Or he's gonna be going with you guys?
Yep.
Okay, you guys are taking him in?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Can I talk to Josh, please?
Yep.
The guy who called.
Are you willing to write a statement about what happened?
I don't even know the full thing. When I honestly,
Whatever you saw.
all I saw was him go out. I saw the customer. The store was closed.
Okay.
I didn't see anything that happened in that back aisle. I was over here trying to do my shit, put up the truck, put up the bathroom and shit.
So the incident happened back here,
Correct.
and you didn't see what happened.
Yes, sir. As unfortunate as it fucking is.
Okay. What's your first name, man?
Kareem?
What is it?
Kareem?
Kareem?
Yes, sir.
Why did you lock yourself in the office over there?
Like I said, because there's been a lot of break-ins around here, like the guy said, draft racing, speed racing, Uber, all types of stuff, and we got robbed 3 times.
Okay. Did you not know that they were the police?
Man, there's so many officers in the area because this is a distribution area. You are Orlando. Orlando is that way by the Amboy. Kissamee's that way. She said she was from Osceola County or something.
Okay. So why didn't you open the door?
I'm not supposed to. Only one person is supposed to open that door.
Okay. You see, they have police uniforms, and they were just wait. Let me finish. They're trying to talk to you. So why didn't you open the door?
Because anybody can wear police. I got to go by what the owner says. Yes, sir.
Okay. Before you went in the office, you were talking to them, right?
I mean, he was pretty cool, to be honest. He's
Okay.
pretty cool, but...
So what made you go in the office and then put yourself behind the door?
I'm just unloading and putting up the freezer, sir.
Okay. What were you putting up to the glass when I came to try and talk to you?
My ID, my driver's license ID.
Is that what that was?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there a reason why you couldn't hand them your ID before I got here?
I mean, that door just popped open, to be honest, and you're supposed to just... I don't even know, bro. I'm supposed to slide it on the
Keep your feet inside.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Do you know why the police...
Phone because we had an intruder.
Okay. And what happened between you and the intruder?
And there was a female, and she said she was going to grab an order, and we didn't even complete the order yet.
Okay.
And then she kept saying, Josh, 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 Josh. I'm like, who's Josh? And then Drake and Josh. I mean, I know it's Josh, but...
Okay. So, did you, help her or try to ask her to leave, or what happened after that?
I said, ma'am, how did you get inside the store?
Was the front door locked?
The front door, it was a mop, the cleanup mop and everything was there. At least,
Okay, but the door was still open, right? It was still unlocked?
We waited until y'all, the
we walked right in there.
until y'all get here, and then when y'all get here, then, he was pretty cool, he's pretty cool. I mean, if this is Orlando, then it's Orlando, but the other sheriff,
Okay, what happened between you and the lady?
The lady...
You were asking her to leave or something, or what?
No, I was just telling her, don't move, chill, relax. She was like, and put her Crocs down. I guess she was hyperventilating or something, man.
Okay, did you take her phone from her?
No, I told her to just put her phone down and Josh was going to pick it up and put it in the basket, that's all.
Why were you telling her to put the phone down?
Because she said she has an order. We're trying to help her, and just because she's inside the store, we don't know how she's a young lady. I'm not trying to harm her or anything. I'm just trying to get my job done because shift change might come
What
soon.
time does the store close?
The store never closes.
Okay, so if the store never closes, how was she intruding if the store never closes?
Because she wasn't with the McLean.
She wasn't with the who?
McLean, that big old 18 with a truck that was parked right there.
So because she wasn't with the truck, that meant she was an intruder?
We froze the store. When you freeze the store leaves the paperwork. There's paperwork that we got to go back and double track, and that's it.
Okay.
I mean, I understand y'all are busy and stuff, man, but
Okay, did you and the lady in the store get into any kind of physical altercation?
No, I was just like, don't move, ma'am, and letting her breathe. She went forward, I went backward. I didn't touch her. Then I offered her some agua.
So how are you letting her breathe if you didn't touch her?
Because she was talking to me.
Okay.
We tried to help her out, Josh. We have a time limit. At 6, we got to be gone.
Okay. So she came inside the store. It never closes, but it was closed now.
I guess.
I work
graveyard shift, Sheriff. I work graveyard.
Okay, I'm asking you questions that you should know as the employee, because you previously said that the store never closes, so I'm trying to clarify how, if the store doesn't close,
and there's nothing in the front of the store to make someone, you know, like the doors being locked or a sign saying that the store is closed, how is she supposed to know that she can't come in the store? And then how would you then interpret her coming in the store as her being an intruder?
She's in trouble because the Orlando PD that came here said anytime somebody come in the store like that, always check around. When the boss come, he handles it.
Okay.
It's between them two, whatever property is going on right here, sir, I just do my job and go.
Okay. So she came inside asking about a DoorDash order or something.
Her and the person at the counter.
And then you were trying to tell her y'all didn't have no orders?
I said, ma'am, could you pause for a minute? She said, okay. I said, and we told her, hey, the procedure here, Uber does not own this store. Uber, a lot, like, for example, ask Josh what a double order is. That got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
I'm doing my job, my inventory count.
Did you try? Okay, if you're saying that she didn't want to leave the store?
No, ma'am. How did she get inside the store? That's between them.
Well, the front door was open, so she walked in the store.
That 18-wheeler truck, that door only opened for the 18-wheeler truck. At that moment, we paused the store. I mean, whatever they doing over there.
I got you. I got two more questions.
Yes, sir.
Number one, okay. Did you try and call the police or anybody if she was intruding in the store and wouldn't leave?
I talked to my boss and I talked to the store.
So did you talk to your boss or did you talk to 911?
I talked to my boss, the guy that signs my paycheck, the guy that puts the money into my, the guy that I work for. I work here from, he makes his schedule. Today is Thursday. And
do you remember having a physical altercation with that young lady that was in the store?
I never had a physical altercation with anybody in there.
Do you remember what happened during this event at all?
Yes.
Other than coming in, her asking for the DoorDash and then asking her to leave?
We told everybody that the store was closed between the McLean and 7-Eleven, and that we're doing our inventory, which is at a set time.
Did you hold her down at any point?
Hold her? What do you mean hold by
like hold her down on the ground? Keep her, prevent her from getting up?
I was on my back, like.
You were on your back? How did you end up on?
Cameras in there, sir.
Well, we asked about the cameras, and I guess the manager or whatever says the cameras aren't working.
What manager?
The one that we talked to on the phone.
There's no manager on the phone.
Okay. So, who did your coworker in there call on the phone that we spoke to?
Between him and him.
Okay. No worries.
Yes, sir.
All right. Last question. Is there anything else that happened here that you think we need to know in regards to her intruding in the store?
And that's between that 7-Eleven and no. I'm just doing my job, sir. I'm at work. I got another job I got to go to at 6 a.m. I'm just doing my job, sir, and that's it.
How long have you worked here?
I've been working here since 2021.
2021?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Kareem. Slide your knees back real quick. I don't want to hit him with the door. All right.
The individual was charged with false imprisonment, criminal mischief, resisting an officer with battery, and obstructing justice by hindering a witness's communication of information to law enforcement. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.